Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. So on today's episode, as promised, we'll be talking about 30 changes that I made to lose weight. Okay, so the first one would be, first of all, let's talk about losing weight in general. The whole mechanism is this. Okay, if you're eating, you're getting what we know as calories, and if you're taking these calories in, you have to burn off those calories. Okay, so your body needs a particular amount of calories to actually function. Now, any excess of those calories will now be stored up in the body as fat. That's the way the body works. So it will be good if you're able to eat, or if you're eating what your body needs. If you eat only what your body needs, then obviously your body wouldn't have the excessive calories to turn into fat, and then it will get stored up as adipose tissue in your body. Okay, so that's the mechanism. That's how it goes. Now, when it comes to weight loss, I know there's always a lot of emphasis on exercise, but I'm here to tell you today that I feel like, for me, I'm talking based on my own experience, okay, with weight loss, and I've been on this weight loss journey since I started this channel. Now, for me, I would say it's more of 90% diet. Okay, I do exercises, yes, but I feel like the most part of your weight loss comes from your kitchen. Okay, so what are you eating? Some of you guys are eating fufu every night. You're eating eba every night. You're swallowing every night before you go to bed, and sometimes you're even swallowing at 11 p.m., 10 p.m. Some of you wake up at ungodly times, like 12 midnight, to swallow eba because you're hungry. Those habits have to die. Like, you have to kill those habits to be able to lose weight. Now, recently, I'm making this video because recently a friend of mine had sent me a message to say, "Oh, are you on Ozempic? Because I'm expecting you to gain weight and you're losing weight. So how are you doing this thing? I'm sure you're taking Ozempic. After all, you're a doctor. I'm sure you have access to the medication." But he was shocked when I told him, no, it's not Ozempic. I've just been making changes to my diet. And that's what I'm going to share with you today. A diet plan that might give you, the kind of results that you want. Okay, I said might because I know that what works for A may not work for B. These are things that I've tried for myself and they have worked 100%. So the first one has to be the mixture that I drink in the morning to help with bloating. Now, it's quite popular, it's everywhere, but I would say it's not for everybody. Now, if you're the type that has things like ulcer, I would recommend that you do not go near these morning shots. Okay, so it's just a mixture of lemon, cinnamon, turmeric, and ginger and black pepper. Those are the things I put together in a small mug, and then I add hot water inside, and then I just let it brew, strain, and I drink. Okay, I found that when I was drinking this thing, it kind of helps with my digestion. Like, it just feels like, you know it gets everything moving, gets my bowel moving, and I'm able to, be less bloated. Okay, the second thing that I did is called intermittent fasting. Yes, intermittent fasting. Now, the good thing about intermittent fasting is this: you can actually tailor it down to what you want. So it's basically just the kind of fasting where you don't eat for a particular time to a particular time, and then you have a window where you eat. Okay, so you can decide whatever it is you want to do within that window. So for me, I fast for 16 hours and I have an 8-hour window. So in that 8-hour window, I decide what I want to eat. Some people, okay, I've done it in the past and it's worked for me. That's why I'm doing it again. So in the past, I used to do just one meal a day. So in the 8-hour window, I would do eat just one big meal, and I wouldn't eat anything again for till the next day about the same time. But this time around, I'm not doing that because I want to lose weight, but not really drastic, so I don't have excess, like loose skin. Okay. So what I did was this, or what I do is this: I would eat in the 8 hours window, and in that 8 hour window, I would eat, you know, I would take a plate, like, these plates that children use that have, like really small compartments, yeah, things like that. So I would eat my food from that plate. What that helps you to do is to control your portion. So it helps you do portion control. So I eat from those plates that have like compartments, those kids plates. Okay, I eat, and I eat about 3 times in the 8 hour window. Okay, so I can snack. Sometimes I snack. So I take ice cream, Sometimes I take popcorn in between, but I make sure that I stick to my 8 hour window and I'm not overdoing it. Okay, I'm a fan of do things, but don't overdo them. So I don't overeat. I just use those little tiny kids plates and eat, and then drink loads of water. Drink a lot of coconut milk. Okay, drink water, stay very hydrated, and then I can go on to do my exercises, later on in the evening. If I want to exercise, I just do it. If I feel like I'm not up to exercise that day, I just rest. Okay, so that's what I do. So I have a 16-hour window of fasting, then I have an 8 hour window where I just eat. So you could actually tailor this to fit yourself. If you want to do 1 meal a day in that 8 hour period, it's fine. If you don't want to, you can, like me, I don't eat only 1 meal. I eat like maybe 3 different meals in that 8 hour period. Okay. Another thing I did was cut out eba. Yes, I cut out eba. And even if I have to eat eba, I'll eat it in the afternoon where I know I can shed it. I don't keep it and eat it at night, because when you eat it at night, you just eat and you sleep. Okay. You eat and you sleep, you're not going to do anything, you're not going to be active, so you're not going to burn the calories, it's just going to stay there and it's going to, increase your abdominal fat. Okay, and the goal is to have a flat tummy, isn't it? I know you people will say flat tummy doesn't matter in heaven, but it does matter on earth, doesn't it? So while we're still on earth, we can actually do some things to try and see if we can get the desired results that we want. And then the last but not the least, of course, the exercising. Okay, so basically intermittent fasting, drinking loads of fluids, taking my um early morning shots that I mentioned. I said ginger, black pepper, turmeric, and what's it called, cinnamon. Yes, and ginger and lemon in a cup, and just brew it with hot water and then drink. It sort of helps my bloating. Yes, and another thing again, if you notice that you're the type that feels really bloated when you take dairy products, please just cut it out. Okay, so I noticed that many like about 1 or 2 years ago, and then I cut out those things, and then I switched to plant-based milk, and that since helped my bloating. Okay, so these are some of the things that I've done, or this is basically what I've done to kind of help me shed weight, and you can see. So I hope that this episode has kind of helped you, to know that it's doable. You might not need to take Ozempic to actually lose weight. If you've got diabetes, then it's fine, and you've got diabetes and you're overweight, then it's fine. You can use Ozempic because it can actually help with both. But if you don't want to use Ozempic, like me, I mean, that's what you do. You just stick to these things that I've said, and I promise you, you're going to see results. In fact, with these things, I started seeing results from as little as 2 weeks. Okay, so just let me know if it works for you, and make sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye for now.